Okay, what's up? It's Lucas at Man-Made. I've got this big box here from American Rotary. It's taking up all the room over here. So let's get this thing open, off the pallet, see what's inside. Kind of speechless. Okay, so I've got the phase converter unpacked, and now I've got to get all the receptacles put in. Overall, I'm planning on doing 3 receptacles on the shop. I'm going to put one right here, and I'm putting one way down here too. I think for good measure, I'll put one over here also. It's a 50 amp circuit with L650 plugs on the end. So now that I have all the receptacles put in for the phase converter, let me explain a little bit about my thought process behind setting it up the way I did. With phase converters, there's a lot of different kinds out there. There are a few options. There are many ways that you can run 3-phase equipment off of single-phase power. My personal favorite is the rotary phase converter because it's a true phase converter. What's really nice about this unit in particular, compared to most rotary phase converters, is that it's all self-contained. I needed something, or I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more portable and would let me move the phase converter to the machine in question and not have to worry about taking every machine and having to wire it into the infrastructure of the shop. This particular model is the AMP Tier 3, which means it has 3 receptacles on the front, and it has the ADX upgrade, which allows this to start larger motors that pull a little bit more amperage in the beginning. From the 3 receptacles that I put in the shop, it enables me to bring this phase converter anywhere I need it, be it for any of my existing stationary tools, or if I have any machines that come in that I need to test during repair or test operation of them, I can bring this right to where I need it, and in the meantime, it can be parked out of the way. So let me show you a few of the machines that are in my shop right now that run on 3-phase power. You'll see I can just bring this right to them. So the first one is this Standard Electric Company 12-inch pedestal grinder. This thing is decades old, hadn't run in who knows how long, but it is a 3-phase unit, and on this type of machine, especially where the motor is the unit, is the grinder, this is not a motor that's easily replaceable like it is on a lathe or a bandsaw or anything like that. So I don't want to harm this motor by using any other kind of phase converters. This way I know I'm getting true 3-phase power to this motor. So in this area of the shop, I've got a receptacle right behind the grinders. Lets me plug this in. And with it plugged in, then I can start the unit up. It's very quiet. And then I can just plug in my 3-phase implement. So the only thing that's required on your 3-phase machine is the correct plug, an L1520. Turn this machine on, I'll turn my breaker on, and I'll fire up this beast of a grinder. So this is on, it's quiet, and it's currently outputting 3-phase power. It's ready to go, it's making 3-phase. So I can turn this breaker on, and now this machine is powered as if I was plugging it into the wall. So it enables me to turn it on and off like normal. So this will be getting a complete facelift, but it will live over here, which is why I put one of the receptacles in right here. So when I want to use it, I can have this phase converter sitting off to the side, have this plugged in, and anytime I need to use it, I can just turn it on. Use it as normal. And that's the beauty of this mobile converter. When I don't need it, I can tuck it away in the corner. Let me show you a few other places I'm using this. Alright, so this is another 3-phase machine that's in the shop. This one is a South Bend 10 metal lathe. This is in for a restoration, full cleanup, full restoration. And the reason it's on a dolly is it weighs about 1,000 pounds, so I want to be able to move it around easily as I work on it. What I usually do when I'm working on these machines is I bring it out into the middle of the space so I can easily work on it and access all sides. Now, part of that, part of the restoration process is being able to run it pretty much consistently through the process to ensure that everything works the way it should. Being as it is 3-phase, I need to be able to run it wherever it is in the shop. And with this, I can, because instead of it being tied to a certain outlet on the wall or being wired into a certain receptacle or box on the wall, I can move it anywhere and I can follow it with this. With a 12-foot cord and the locations of the receptacles in the shop, I can power this tool anywhere in the shop. So this lathe was originally set up on a Phase-O-Matic. When I got it, that was no longer a reliable means of operating this lathe. It would not reliably start it, it would not reliably continue to run it, so I ripped the Phase-O-Matic off and I wired a whip directly into the motor control box of the lathe so that I can connect it right into the AMP phase converter. Check this out. And that's where we run into a problem. Like I said, it needs a lot of love. It does move. It will bind up, but it runs. So all in all, having this phase converter from American Rotary opens up an unbelievable amount of possibilities for this shop and what I can run. And not only that, but what I can work on. Because a lot of what I do revolves around restoration and repair of old machinery. I could work on them in the past, but I had no way to test the operation of these three-phase motors and three-phase machines. And now I do. This machine is incredibly well made. I am blown away by the build quality on this. It is made here in the United States. It's made in Wisconsin. When I started this process, I didn't know exactly which phase converter I needed. That's where their sales team came in. I worked with Mike. He was amazing. I told him what machinery I needed to run, horsepower ratings, power access that I had in my shop now. And he said, this will be the best setup for you. This will allow you to do everything you need to do and more. So it was a wonderful process to spec a machine and get it ordered through their own sales team. I'm very thankful that they sent this phase converter out. It is already proven extremely useful in the shop. This comes in a million different sizes and configurations, built to whatever spec you might need. If you have any questions about this phase converter, drop them in the comments below or hit me up on Instagram. I would love to talk to you about it. I will talk about this thing for hours. Let me know what you think. Do you need one for your shop? Huge shout out to American Rotary. Thank you to all you for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time.